Welcome to Yellow with Susu. I'm your host, Susu, and tonight's episode is Voices of the Future featuring attorney Charles Frangie. Hi, Charles.
Hi, how are you, Susu?
Thank you so much for joining our podcast this evening.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you.
And we're very lucky to have you and looking forward to this conversation. I was just going to go ahead and dive in. Mr. Frangie, can you tell us a little bit about your background and what inspired you to run for Congress?
Yeah, uh, I am an attorney. I've been in practice for many years, and uh, I watch the news all the time, and I see what's going on, and I know that things are not good. We have so many problems, and our problems are compounding. So I decided that uh, to jump in and throw my hat in the race, and maybe I can help because I believe I can help, and in many areas I can help. We have problems with the economy, we have problems with the border, we have problems with the pushing of EV, electric vehicles, versus all others, and cancel or prohibit all other kinds of cars, and plus morality, plus crime. So, as I said, there are too many issues, and we need to have them resolved or try to resolve them.
So you want to run for Congress to be able to help actually really make a difference in this world. And I was going to ask you, Mr. Frangie, you are from Michigan. So what area in Michigan would you be able to help the most, or are you running for a particular county?
Yeah, actually, once you're in Congress, you're uh, a congressman for the whole nation. But basically, I will represent the 11th congressional district, which is located within Oakland County. I can't say it's all of Oakland County, but it's within most of Oakland County is in that district, which is 11th congressional district.
11th congressional district.
Yes,
Okay.
11th congressional district. Yes.
And I was going to ask you, what specific experiences or events in your life have shaped your political views and aspirations?
First of all, the way I was raised in a family atmosphere, very family loving. The togetherness was great. The way I was raised, we're happy family, and full of love and cooperation. That shaped my life, and I have experiences in terms of education. I have actually 3 degrees, 3 law degrees, and I'm educated with our laws here, of course, educated in international law and in the French system. And I have written many legal articles.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I write articles, legal articles on different subjects.
And you
So all these have shaped my views and my what I can my abilities.
Wow, and you were just recently featured within the Detroit Free Press, is that correct?
Yes, actually, I've been endorsed by Detroit Free Press as the Republican candidate for Congress. Yes,
Wow. Oh, wow, that's
and
really amazing.
I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
And yes,
That really is a big deal. Like you said, you've been an attorney for a long time. You've been making change in people's lives, and now you're taking it to the next level where not alone can you make change in the state, but make the change in the entire country. I was
yes,
going to ask you, Mr. Frangie, what are some of the main issues you plan to address in your campaign, and why are they important to you?
yeah. I haven't mentioned one thing which I'm different than others. In my legal education, I specialize in international law and focus on outer space law, which is a new field of law. And I wrote articles on that subject and read every article in the world on the outer space law. And don't forget that a few years ago, We now in the U.S. we have Space Force, and I'm sure the laws are limited here in this area, and I'm sure there are very, very few people. Maybe you can count them on your
One
just
hand.
on one hand. Yeah, not two hands, one
Yeah,
hand maybe. Yeah, and I'm one of those who
one of
are
those people.
yeah, who studied, who wrote, and who were interested in this area of law. And
Wow.
this is one of my strengths. Plus, in addition to the comparative law, I know the legal system, our legal system here, and I know the studied the French legal system, which gives me an insight and a broader vision of what could be in other, not our only our experiences, but experiences and the people that speak French and the world that speak French.
Wow. So you are multi-skilled. I mean, you have lots of diversity within your practice in law.
Yeah,
You have
actually, I do.
international law, and then mentioned something that was really interesting: space and outer space law, which is something new to us, not alone, just a nation, the generation. So this is something, voices of future, which will be very important as we move along, and as we move forward throughout the campaign and throughout the years, which again is very impressive because, like you said, a lot of people aren't speaking about that. We don't have enough knowledge, but you are helping bring that type of knowledge and those experiences, which again is very credible. And like you said, you have studied so much and you have so much behind you. So, I mean, that is an amazing skill to have. I was going to ask you, how do you plan to engage with and represent your if you're elected?
If I'm elected, I intend to spend as much time as possible in the district and talking to people and represent them in the best way possible and listen to what the people says, what they say, what they want, and this is my intention. And if I get elected, and hopefully I will, and I intend to stay to be their representative for many years to come.
Wow.
So by talking to them and listening, the main thing is listen to people and
Right.
see what they want.
So you're basically, you're humble, you want to be present, you want to be hands-on, you really want to be involved and engage with people on a real experience, which is different from so many politicians. So hearing that, and for anybody out there who's listening, they can get involved and look at your studies, and again, you did say you come from a diverse background, so you speak multiple languages also.
Yeah, I speak two languages. I understand a third language, but I can't speak it. But I understand some of that third language.
And what are those languages?
Yeah, English, Arabic. I speak them and write them and read them and whatever. And I know some French also.
Oh, wow. So
Some.
some French. So anybody from those
Don't talk to me
backgrounds,
in French.
don't talk
Don't
to
talk to me in French. Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
just know bonjour.
Bonjour.
But
Bonjour.
but no, like you said, you studied French, and coming from such a diverse background, and you're able to speak, different languages. I would just assume that helps you connect with so many different types of people, especially in Michigan. So anybody out there who's listening that might come from a similar background, they'll also be able to relate to you. So I was going to ask you then, what basically sets your campaign apart from your opponents in the race?
I don't want to talk bad about my opponents and other candidates, but again, my experiences, my background, my education, my intentions. The main thing, the intention. Do
Hmm.
I intend to spend all the time that I have and put all of my effort? Yes, and my what I studied, what I learned, how I prepared. I've been preparing myself for years and years for this day and to be elected and to be able to represent the constituents in that district, in the 11th congressional district. I lived in this area over 40 years. I practiced law for many years. for most of these years, and I have excellent relationship with my clients. And again, people ask me, uh, why would you be any different from other candidates when they get to into the office? They change. I said, you know, talk to my clients after all of these years. If you have anybody, any one of them who's not happy with me, and then come and tell me that I could be like others. I'm nobody. I make sure that nobody is not happy with me.
Mhm.
Nobody is upset with me, and I try to please everybody in a real way, not just lie to them and make them happy. While in fact there is no action. No, the action, I make sure that my actions and are good, and they are happy, and I'm happy too. If the client or the constituent, the voter is happy, it makes me happy because I'm doing what I was hired or retained or elected to do.
Right. So you're basically building relationships on trust and truth, and you actually really care about the people that you're working with. You actually truly care about people and the situations and the issues that are going on. And really like how you said, you're not here to talk bad about anybody else. You're here to share your knowledge, your experiences, and how you can make a change. So I can definitely respect that as well. I was going to ask you though, what have been some of your biggest challenges that you've been facing so far during the campaign?
Basically, there are no challenges except to introduce myself. That takes time and effort.
Hmm.
People are not against it, but once, even those who do not know me, once I sit down with them and I talk and explain my situation, my background, my knowledge, and what I can do, I think it becomes an easy thing. The background is important. Actually, I don't see challenges except the big number of people, talk to them and explain myself, explain my situation, explain what I can do. Because people tell me, what can you do for me? I said,
Hmm.
I will do the best I can in these areas. And I mentioned the areas that I focus on, that I mentioned in the beginning of this program. And I will do the best I can. I said, accountability. Accountability is extremely important. It's like a test. Every 2 years we have elections. If you're not happy with your representative, after 2 years you can tell him goodbye, go home. You don't vote for him. So, and when you see people vote for the same person years after years after years, it's either they are happy with that person. I would like to be elected and re-elected if I'm doing a good job. If I'm not re-elected, send me back home.
I got you. So I mean, basically, you want to make a difference. You really want to
Of
step
course.
up and put in the work. Which I was going to ask you too. How are you utilizing modern technology and social media to reach voters and share your message?
Nowadays, social media is extremely important, very important. And thing is by email, social media, and I have a team of people who are versed and well informed and educated in that field. We are using it to the best of my ability. And of course, I cannot be excellent in that field. I know the field. However, I have experts in the field who are working with me.
So
And
it sounds like you have a really great team and that are trying to share your presence among, and again, so many different people from all different types of generations. So being able to reach them, is very important. But I was going to ask you too, can you share any memorable moments? Because I know right now you are basically on your campaign trail. Have you had any great moments so far? Are you looking forward to building some more memorable moments?
yeah, to be honest with you, yes. Many days I meet important people, and sometimes I cannot mention names. Like yesterday, I met with a great somebody who's retired, if I may say, army member, and I don't want
Mhm.
to mention names
Right.
uh, for a particular purpose. And I got the endorsement of the newspaper. I met lots of people. I talked to them, and many people told me, that, "Yeah, we've heard of your name. We read about you." And some of them told me, "Yes, we will vote for you. We will vote for you." Before I started talking, "Yeah, yeah, we read about you. We'll vote for you." These are important and give me encouragement to proceed and to continue.
To continue because
Yes.
like you said, a lot of people, they meet you, I mean, you're the type of person who keeps their word. You are, you have, a humble person. You come from a humble background, and again, it sounds like you really are trying to make a difference in the best way that you can. What advice would you give to someone who is actually also considering running for public office?
My biggest advice is be yourself, be real. Don't make false promises. Don't try to make yourself someone you're not. So just be honest. And people, whether you're rich or poor or have education, maybe you have no education, and maybe your intentions are great. So people may like you. Maybe you have no knowledge in this area, but people will like you. So be yourself and don't try to fool others. And the other thing is intentions. Be yourself and have intentions because it shows when you talk to people, intentions appear. Can people can sense what you're saying is correct or no. So this is the biggest advice, I guess.
And that is really great advice as well. So, Mr. Frangie, what is your vision for the future of your district and your country? How do you plan to contribute to to the vision if elected?
Don't forget that Oakland County was one of the wealthiest counties in the country, in the US, and now it's not. And I would love to see the county go back to its old status, to old situation, to be a prosperous county. And I will work on that. Will work in the field of bringing technology into the area, more jobs into the area, and work on families. It's very important for me. Maybe because I grew up in a good family, I would like to bring back togetherness where the people are close, love each other, and work together toward one goal. I always say a strong family makes a strong community. A strong community makes a strong nation, strong America.
Oh,
So
that's
through
wonderful.
our families, through our communities, we make America strong
And
and
that's really
continue.
great. No, that's really great. Like you said, everything, begins within the home, having a strong family, and really how you put that. That was really a really great quote. I was going to ask you as well. So I know you've been holding fundraisers, you have had a lot of events. So where can people reach you? I know you said that you have a website. You were just featured in the Free Press. How if somebody wanted to endorse you or vote for you, when is voting? Where can they learn a little bit more about you if you can let us know?
I have a website which is Frangie for Congress. It's one word, frangieforcongress.com. They can also call me on my cell phone, 248-763-3770. And elections, as far as elections, the elections, primary elections is scheduled for August 6th. August 6th is the primary elections. But many people have absentee ballot and they can vote at any time. And I believe in some cities you can vote a few days before August 6th. You can go in person and vote. But if you have absentee ballot now, anytime you receive the absentee ballot, you can vote.
So they'll be able to go to your website or call you for to see what events you have going on, or if somebody wanted to endorse you, they can reach out to you from your website.
That's correct.
Okay, and
Or call me by phone, and I gave my phone number.
or call you by phone as well. And that is so great that, you make yourself available to talk to the people. That really
Of
does make a difference.
You know, I always say voting is an obligation, although it's not a legal obligation in the US. In some countries, people are supposed to go vote, and if you do not vote on the day of elections, you could be penalized. We do not have that. However, it's a moral obligation because after the election, if you're not happy with your representative, you say he's no good or she's no good. But how could you say that if you have not participated? So I would say, please, all of you, whoever is listening, go and vote. You don't have to vote for me if you're not satisfied with my information. But the main thing is you should go and vote. It's important. This is how people know what you want is only by voting. So please vote again on August 6th or before that and through absentee ballot.
Okay. And I was going to ask you too, so can anybody vote for you or does it have to be from within the county?
Only from the district,
Only
the
from that
11th,
district. Okay.
yes, yeah, 11th congressional district, which is within Oakland County.
Within
Most of
Oakland.
Oakland County cities.
Okay.
It has about 29 cities in Oakland County, and yeah. So
Oh,
please go vote on August 6th. It's the primary elections. The primary is very important because we cannot get to the general elections. I cannot get to the general elections unless you elect me on in the primary on August 6th
on August 6th. Well, thank you so
or before, as
or
I said.
before they can do it before. Okay, well, thank you so much again, for joining the podcast this evening and you really shared some great information and for anybody out there who's listening, get out and vote by August 6th, Oakland County. Where can they go vote?
You know, the voter registration card gives you the address and the location where you can vote.
Where they can
So look at your voter registration card, or if you vote by absentee ballot, you can mail it, and you will have the envelope. You can mail it, and I put Charles Frangie again. Frangie for Congress. Vote
Frangie
for
for
Charles
County.
Frangie.
Okay. And you got that, everybody out there listening. Make sure to go out and vote by August 6th. Charles Frangie, Frangie for Congress. Thank you again, Attorney Charles Frangie. We really enjoyed the time and, you just giving us the moment to speak with us and just share your knowledge and the reasons of, how you want to make a difference and why as well. So thank you so much again for joining us this
Th-
evening.
Thank you, Susu. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yella.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.